Hey, this is Mr. Mollo for the 1.5 review video. So same thing as the 1.4 video. I'm going to go through the evens and you're going to look at the odds then for your homework. Alright, so this one we are solving for y for these first couple ones. So if I look here, my y is on the left side and I have a negative 15x on the left side as well and equals 12. The 12 is on the right side of the equal sign. So I'm going to add 15x. So I'm left with 3y equals 12 plus 15x. And then there's also a 3 in front of that y on the left side that needs to go away. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So now I'm left with y equals 12 divided by 3 is 4. 15 divided by 3 is 5x. So I'm left with y equals 4 plus 5x. I covered up the next problem. I can't see what that says. All right, here, same thing. We're solving for y. So I have 4x plus 1 equals 9 plus 4y. So my y is already on the right side. So I'm going to get rid of this 9 from the right side. Right up here. So I'm left with 4x. 1 minus 9 is 8 equals 4y. Divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4. So remember, both of these get divided by 4, just like the last problem. 4x divided by 4 is just x, and a negative 8 divided by 4 is 2. So I'm left with x minus 2 equals y. All right, looking at number 6 here, I got b equals 3x plus 9xy. Okay, this is the one where I'm going to need to undistribute here. So I'm going to pull out an x from everything on the right side, because there's two x's there, and I can't combine these because one is a 3x and one is a 9xy, so I can't combine them because they're not the same. So if I pull out an x from 3x, so let's pretend that x is gone, the only thing left is 3. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to pull out an x from 9xy, so I'm left with 9y. And now remember, parentheses mean multiply, so it's x times 3 plus 9y. So I'm going to divide by 3 plus 9y on each side. That will end up canceling. 3 divided by 3 is 1, cancels. 9y divided by 9y is cancels. So I'm just left with x on the right side, and x equals b divided by 3 plus 9y. All right, 8 gets a step harder because I can't pull an x out of everything. I have a 4x plus qx minus 5. There's no 5x. So I can't pull a 5x out of it. So I'm going to need to get that 5x over to the left side before I can start pulling something out. So over here I have p plus 5. And now on the right side, everything has an x. It's 4x plus qx. So now I can pull an x out. If I pull an x out of 4x, I'm just left with 4. If I pull an x from qx, I'm just left with q. And again, since it's x times, I'm going to divide both sides by the parentheses. 4 divided by 4 cancels, q divided by q cancels. So I divide, the other side by q, or 4 plus q. So I'm left with p plus 5 over 4 plus q. All right, 10, 11, 12 might be a little more difficult because there's not really a lot of numbers here. It's all variables. So if I look here, force equals mass times acceleration, and it wants us to solve for m, solve for the mass. So it's mass times acceleration, m times a. So the opposite of times is to divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by a. And now m is by itself. So one step there, f divided by a equals m. And this last one here, perimeter of triangle, we're going to add side A plus side B plus side C. It wants us to solve for B. Well, it says plus A, so I know that means minus A. And I'm just going to do this in one step. It says plus C, so I know that means minus C. So I'm going to do that there. A minus A cancels, C minus C cancels. I can't subtract A from P and A from C because they're not the same variable. So my final answer is P minus A minus C equals B. So there's your 1.5 review. So you will do the odds now for homework.